Okay, so we're waiting for Jacob to arrive, and when he arrives, he's gonna come down this road, and he's gonna be backing up the whole time, and he's gonna be backing into there, all the way back there.
Welcome to Phoenix, where the local time is 6:43 p.m. Please keep your seatbelts on. Our pilots will turn off the seatbelt sign when it's time to get up. Please leave your things where they are until you've reached the gate. If your phone is close, you can take that out of airplane mode.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side, our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
So I'm back in Arizona and on a mission. Just flew down, and it's been several months, 2 or 3 months since we sold our house, and when we did, it was just a rush to deal with everything, and we had to put Resurrection into storage. So I just got back into town at 6:30 in the morning, and luckily I remembered the gate code and I got in, and it looks like Resurrection's safe and sound. Everything just the way we left it, so I'm really happy about that. I was a little worried leaving it alone so long. Only snafu we're having is that we should have left our storage room key. We also have a storage room here where all of the stuff for the boat is stored, and stuff for being on the water, and the storage room key was in the truck, I'm sure, and we had the truck here stored, and the storage room key's not there, which means that we were leaving last time, we put it somewhere else. Last minute, we were in a rush. I'm kind of hoping maybe we left it on the boat, but geez, I'm really going to be up a creek here if I don't have a way to open storage rooms. So that's the goal this morning. Look through the truck again, look through the boat, figure out if by chance we drop the key, put it in the boat. I mean, who knows? This is kind of a potential problem, so working on it. So we left Resurrection in a complete mess. Just threw a bunch of stuff in here. We weren't even entirely finished with all the projects that we'd been working on. And now I'm thinking to use this as my residence as I execute our mission, which is to get Resurrection to Oregon. Our plan is to take Resurrection back to my mom's property in Oregon, where we were able to keep it for free and where we'd be able to come home anytime and finish working on projects, and then be able to take it out in the Puget Sound or other lakes, what have you. So the floor's not in. Things are just thrown everywhere. Yeah, this is going to be a disaster. And I'm supposed to have this ready to go today. And then, of course, the other problem is I can't get in the storage room to get anything out that needs to come with us. So at least it is a mess, but it's exactly the way we left it. So that's nice. And it's been covered. It hasn't even, still has mud on it. It hasn't even rained on it, so that's nice. Well, that's good. 13 volts, turn the power on. So they do have a plug in here, and they turn power on a couple hours a day. So looks like batteries have stayed charged. That's good. Definitely have to do some air pressure checks here. That one's not looking so hot, but if I can get the key to the storage room, there's an air compressor in there, so that's our next mission. Okay, good news. You'll never believe where the key was. It was actually here in the truck, and I'll show you. This little deal here that we had in our house, we used to keep beer cozies in it. Somehow the keys were dropped in this thing. So as I was cleaning this truck out before I got, desperate and called a locksmith, there they were on a little key fob that electronically opens the gates at the U-Haul place. So, yep. So we were just in a rush when we were moving out of the house, and somehow they got dropped in there. been going since early this morning. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon now, and pulled these out of the storage room, getting the inside cleaned up. Got crap all over the place, but got the tires on the trailer aired up. These tires max load, they're 100 pounds, 100 psi. Luckily I had this little air compressor, and so got those tires all the way up. I put them to 90. I'm kind of afraid to go max on. I don't know why, it just makes me nervous going 100 pounds, but anyway, they're near the max. Truck rear tires are at the max, and just a little more work and get ready to hook this boat up and go. So we made a little dent in the storage room. This used to be filled all the way to the door, and there's still a lot of things here that need to go on the boat and the truck. All the boxes pretty much right here in the front all say boat on them. Boat, boat, boat. There's another paddle board, there's a cooler, and probably a few other things. So not there yet, but getting close. And this storage room represents all the things that we have left in the world other than what's in the RV. I mean, we sold everything else and moved the real valuable things out of the house and into here. So yeah, keeping at it. So this is the last of the storage room stuff. You can see we got our anchor, chain, and rope. A box full of various boat parts. The old heater, boxes of the blankets and towels, the cooler, a paddleboard, a wood that I plan to use for doing new cabinetry and stuff. So tons and tons of just stuff. And so we're gonna get down there and see if we can't fit it all in the boat and in the truck and still move. So we got the dinghy, paddleboards, chairs, generator, not entirely different than it would be if we were going out on the water, I guess. Same stuff we bring. This is a land journey. Back in. leave town. Okay, final walk through the boat. Make sure things are secure. That's all fine. This can't be here. Alright. Still a mess in here, but it's better. I can clean it as I go. Well, we're just gonna have to live with this, I think. Let's hit the road. Okay, first stop of the trip at the Safeway. Stop at the Safeway, first stop. Got some groceries for the trip. Cereal, sandwich making, hamburgers, pasta sauce, pasta, Gatorade, and most importantly, beer. So fridge is working. I'm gonna turn it colder actually. And let's see, thermostat. Well, we're officially on the road. Just leaving town now. Stopped and put a little water in the tank because after today I'm definitely gonna need a shower and a little, at least, you know, a little wash up, and I don't plan to stop anywhere with hookups, so so we good to be good, should be good to go. We got the generator if we need more power. Batteries are charged on the boat. It's got water in it. Fridge is working, all the food's in it, it's cold, so that part's good. The only thing I can say is this is definitely the heaviest we've ever been, and my advice is don't ever try to pull a fully loaded land and sea craft with a 1500. I mean, I'm gonna have to go so slow just to be safe. It's gonna be painful, and it would just be, I mean, if you had your choice, if you're getting a truck to tow something like this, get a 3500 for sure. You'll be so much more comfortable and stable and be able to actually do a more reasonable speed, because this thing, it's not, I mean, 50 to 55 is the absolute max, so it's going to be a very long trip to Oregon. But I'll check in with you as we go and let you know how it's going. So this is my camp tonight. Just, yeah, it's beautiful scenery, although the power lines or something, but a little ways off the highway here. Didn't get too far out, we're still in Arizona. Not going to see Arizona for a long time, so I really wanted to camp somewhere nice and enjoy the desert a little bit. A little bit close to some other folks with some horses over here, but I asked them if they wouldn't mind if I camped kind of close. They said, oh, no problem at all. Asked me if I was getting ready for, or if I was getting ready for Noah's Ark or whatever, because they saw the boat, so it was pretty funny. Yep, just got a cold beer out of the fridge. I'm gonna fire up the generator for a few minutes to heat some water. Normally when we're on the water, the engines heat the water, but I definitely need a shower tonight. I've sweated my butt off today getting ready to go, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna barbecue, because I've got some stuff to barbecue, or I might have a salad. Saw that turkey salad when I was at the service station, and it's really good. looking thing, so I decided to get that too, just in case. I haven't even got really moved in yet, but nice place to relax and enjoy Arizona before we head out in the morning. So we're running the generator, and pretty sure I have the hot water heater switched on. I've tried different, I just put the new panel in and not a lick of hot water, and no evidence that the hot water heater's running, and I don't have any electrical tools with me, and it's going to be a real long trip taking ice cold showers. Now today's somewhere warm, it wouldn't be too bad, but we're going north, so that's real frustrating. And the reverse polarity light is like starting to flash a little bit, so that means something is, I don't know, I wasn't entirely finished wiring, and I knew there was a few little things I had to tidy up. So anyway, yeah, it doesn't look like any hot water on this trip. That's going to be real frustrating. Well, I'm cobbling together some dinner here. Lettuce and tomato there. Got a mess I can barely get around. Cheeseburger, bun toasting, and a couple of some neighbors over here. They're super nice, and they came over for a little visit because they're super curious about the boat. So I'm barely getting my dinner cooked just from talking to people. Middle of nowhere, and still getting to talk to a lot of people. So very beautiful campsite. There are a few bugs sailing around here as it's getting dark, but all in all, for a farewell from Arizona, we're kind of up north a little bit, so it's not the cactus that I'm used to, and my burger is ready to eat. My beer is tasting good. So some things aren't working, but the important things are lights, water. Can't argue. Temperature should be perfect tonight, with this elevation. So I'm excited. Excited to be back on the boat, even though I'm not in the water. Haven't been on it in a little while, so I'll let you go, and I'll check in tomorrow. I'm gonna finish my dinner and get my bed ready, and as soon as it's dark, I'm gonna hit the sack and start early. Early start this morning. Cruise control set at 56 or 55, somewhere in there. That's about as fast as we're ever gonna go. But nice thing is there's nobody on the road, so that's a good time to travel, really. So, first stop of the day, Kingman. Going to get our first tank of gas. Resurrection's riding real nice, actually. I'm real glad about that. Hitch looks good, sway brake. Tires doing good, I checked pressures already. So yeah. Let's get some gas in it. And I wonder it's gonna let me fill it up. It should. We're at 22 gallons. Might take about 25. Tank wasn't all that empty. Yep, 24.2. Heading out of Kingman. Heading toward Las Vegas. Not at all looking forward to driving through Las Vegas, but I am looking forward to driving across Nevada instead of driving through California to get up to Oregon, so. Update on the drive. Still a ways from Vegas, but just wanted to comment how beautifully Resurrection's towing. Never realized on those, I think they're called bias ply tires, these old style tires, but air pressure is so relevant. Got those things aired up to 90 psi, they max at 100, and I don't know if that's the only thing that's right, but man, this thing is towing straight and true and smooth. I mean, you can see the boat behind. Cruise control set, steering wheel, I don't even have to touch the steering wheel, it's just tracking straight. I mean, I was really worried that this thing was going to be a real handful, and not that it's not heavy. I mean, I'm not going to push the speed, but man, the trailer's handling great. And even semi trucks going by, you know, it takes the wind off it. It's really easy to handle compared to towing it in the past. So a little extra weight in the back of the truck and getting the tire pressures right. The weight in the boat is pretty centered. I mean, geez, real happy. Major landmark. About to enter Nevada, going across the real big high bridge. Okay, going across the bridge. Nevada. You have to use the left lane when you have a tall vehicle, just because of the wind currents, and the wind really catches this boat, so definitely use the left lane across that bridge. So the sheer number of solar panels out here before you and we're on the Boulder bypass before you get to Las Vegas. And it is literally square miles of solar panels. I don't even know if you can see it in the camera, but it's on both sides of the highway. It goes all the way out the valley, way out there for miles and miles, just solar panels and solar panels. Looks like you're looking at farm fields and you're looking at solar panels. It'd be interesting. I've never read up on this to see what kind of power this is producing out here. It's pretty crazy. Topping off the tank at Railroad Pass here before you get into Vegas and Henderson, and the freaking gas is $5.46, and I'm just gonna put it in anyway because stopping in Vegas, trying to stop for gas in Vegas when you have a trailer or this big boat, it's a real pain. So I don't want to have to stop in Vegas. I want to go right through, and yikes. These gas prices are ridiculous these days, aren't they? Coming down the hill into Vegas. So, Beatty, Nevada. I've been going since 5 in the morning. Honestly, I don't even know exactly what time it is, but I'm having my lunch. I feel like when I travel like this, I don't eat very good, and so I tried the salad. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but probably better for me than some sort of fast food. So, $5.50 a gallon here still. I had no choice because I need to make it to Tonopah, and it's probably $5.50 there anyway. But still riding smooth, but the wind's starting to blow as the day goes on. Pretty smart to start early and try to avoid the windy time, because it's hard to handle this thing when the wind starts blowing it around. Alright, back on the road. So, back on the road after that little break. I'm going to start thinking about where we're going to stop tonight, because two things are ahead in my mind. One is that we are past halfway on distance, but on drive time we're probably a little short than halfway, and I've been going for 12 hours today, actually over 12 hours, and so the thought of doing another 12 tomorrow doesn't sound real good. It's pretty early since I started so early, and so I do want to get a little more under my belt, have an easier day tomorrow. But then it'd be nice to have an RV park, because the further north we go, the colder it's going to be at night, and all we have in the boat for heat right now is a little space heater, so we need probably to be plugged into electric. So and that doesn't solve our water heater issue, because I'd still like to get a proper shower. So anyway, those are on my mind. We're going to start watching for RV parks at the next town, which is like an hour away. So from then on, if we find something, we'll jump into it. So hold off on the side of the road here. Officially about the halfway mark between Wickenburg and the other side of Oregon, where we're going, which is Grand Ronde, which is on the coast up, you know, more than halfway up the coast. So long trip, and of course pulling this. The interesting part of Nevada, I guess, I find it really peaceful and beautiful actually, but it is pretty desolate. So I'm always, you know, when I'm towing, especially this old of a trailer, I'm always checking every time I stop. And one thing I noticed this time when we stop is little spots that look like fluid of some type going all the way down the boat trailer, and which means it has to come from the truck. And when I get down and look under the truck, I can see a lot of fluid down here by the left rear wheel. And honestly, it looks like brake fluid almost, but actually maybe on that side too. So the question is, where is it coming from and what fluid is it? And a bit disconcerting. This fluid's a bit disconcerting because it is a late Saturday afternoon right now, and I am in the most remote part of Nevada, so not a good time or place to be having any sort of car trouble. Anyway, it's I don't know that it's something that's going to make us have to stop immediately, but we definitely need to keep an eye on it, and probably take a closer look before we get all the way to Oregon. So we're going to keep an eye on this for sure.